until the cyclone hits and we know where it crosses, there's nothing that's concrete.
Low-lying coastal and canal residents across the southeast being warned to have a plan.
The worst time to make the decision to leave is when we're in the middle of the event.
Foot update after fast fed.
You got scabs and recovering holes that have turned to scabs. That's missing toe now. Yeah, not too bad, but.
So speaking of feet, it was 4,000 days ago that Caleb got his 44 knot PB, and he was also talking about sore feet there. He says he broke his toe and he broke a whole lot of stuff, and broken mast and broken toe, broken boom, broken sails, and he catapulted straight into the sail after breaking the harness line to get his speed. So apparently it doesn't come that easy. Kazakh got 40, went very fast that day too. What did she do? She did 37 knots that day. It's not a PB anymore, so a little bit of catching up to do to be as fast as Kazakh, very fast lady. Flex said something a while ago about some planets aligning. I saw the planets align from down at Lake George. Frondog, the planets have aligned when he has uploaded his data late in the competition. He has ended up with the exact same number there, but has actually beaten Jaden for the 500 metre because the WA guys, they don't give away sheep stations very easy, same as the Tasmanians. And East Coast, they had the Queenslander in there for 1, 2, 3, 4, I think Jaden was holding, but yeah, some people have moved in and snatched them all off. Now that's fins. Now foils is Burrum alpha male is gone so good in there, really fast, 32 knots that day I think. So these are the foils, and as you'll notice here, this wing is faster than a few people. He's just come in late and smashed these super speed sailor wing people, smashed them all there. .500 metre, and in that category, in the other categories, the wing, Jaden got the wing in the 14 and also the 50k, Dizzy behind him there. But yes, overall this wing is not much slower than this wind foil, but they're slower than all those fins.
Yes, and he's just got all his sails on the floor. It's just kind of splayed out. You remember that one, Ben? Yeah, I remember. And like, it was so cool because at the time, like nowadays, it's kind of weird because nowadays wood equipment is accessible to everybody. You can go into a shop and pretty much...
Fast February's definitely done. Mad March with Cyclone Alfred. I don't know if he's done damage, if he's made more people happy or sad or what yet, but there was definitely some happy surfers, and it sounds like some happy windsurfers at the start of it, but it looks like I might be about to have a go in the morning, so hopefully Alfred is my friend too. We'll find out soon. I've seen sus clouds, but these are super sus. Like, that side's fine. That side is, it's sus.
Oh, there was a comment last time that that it was a bit boring just looking at the numbers, I think, going over the numbers. So I'll do the numbers out here. I've got Jaden kicked ass everywhere, but then it was looking like he had himself 2 sheep stations up the top of the 500 metre and the 14, I think it is, 5k and 500 metre. Jaden was holding it all month. Caleb was holding the 14k and 50k at Tasmania. Then, but the WA guys, as I said, is pretty serious about the sheep stations. They don't give the sheep stations away easy over there. So old Flex said something about the planets aligning on the last day of February and someone might get 50 knots. I thought I might get 50 knots down here, but no, there was no wind. It was a beach day. And but so Flex's compadre in the WA speed team has just come in whilst in it's called the Rondog, I think, aka the Poodle, I think, but he's just come in on the last day and dropped his data, and this young Jaden is not getting a sheep station for the 500 kilometre, sorry, for the 500 metre. That's they look like the exact same scores, so I'm not sure what's going on there. And yeah, I can't quite tell where I am. Anyway, I'm about to hit the glass here, but there's no wind in here because this offshore gusty, not much wind down here in the smooth bit today. Enough though to, whoa, what's that stuff? Mud. There's floating mud in here. See that funny mud? Is it mud? I don't know. There's a lot of it. I think that's what's making the smooth. Anyway, well, that was a dud run. I don't think I'm going to get it going. It's not February anymore, it's March. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I am still at the mud pit, and I believe it's now been declared Mad March, and the situation continues. All I know is there's a light-ish west breeze, and Taran's here, and I'm here, and we're doing the mud walk because it's worth a try. We hope Skippy's not here anymore. It's actually pretty blowy. You know, I've been out last few days here in some pretty light wind on this thing, and that was fine, but full respect to this place. Any kind of power here, and the big bus SLW super light wind JP board is going to become a handful. But there's a big patch of glass up there, and if it goes over that, it'll be real good.
tasted some mud then. I think Tone was watching me. Ah, bugger. Whoops. Oh well. I didn't hurt myself. Just some mud smell, which I've got to drag through now on my belly to get on my ass. Watch out for the fin. Watch out. I'm swallowing mud. Oh shit. I can't get hit by the fin. It's getting hectic. I'm in the mud. Oh shit. Shit. That's strong wind. Kind of hectic. G'day. I think it's pretty good. It's a bit much power for me just now. 3rd of March, the rare windsurfer is nowhere to be seen. The windsurfers, speed sailors have all departed because there's no wind. Sorry, there's wind, but there's no water. Like pilgrims to Mecca of speed. In 2024, I filmed the rare windsurfer animal coming through here at very fast speed. Down. No water, no water. All the water is down there at the spit. In the mud, mixing with mud. I think now it's time for me to go too. Have I got the speed I want? Have I had the fun I want? Oh yeah. I don't think there's ever enough. So I'll keep coming back. The GPS Teams Challenge and the eternal battle for beating your personal best continues, and the battle for bragging rights, sheep stations, continues every day, any day. It is on. The main thing that everyone is looking to see on their dial, smile on your dial. Speed sailors seem very happy for others getting good speeds too. It's not, the competition is not with anyone, the competition is with yourself, and people are very happy to see people whoop themselves and get PBs. This is where people were coming through here to pack past the island, Packers Point, and then right down there to 5 Mile. Tone's come out here and removed a couple of stakes that were in the ground just here. I just saw that nice stick, which there is a few of them. It's go time, folks. Last day, first day, Mad March. If someone was down there doing like 45 or 50 knots right now, and there was no websites to capture this GPS data, it would be like quieter than a tree falling in the woods, which nobody hears. Does that make sense? Thank you to the people behind the websites GPS Teams Challenge, KA72. Amazing tools for the wonderful thing which is Australian speed sailing, to capture and share GPS sailing data. Very nice to have it there recorded, and for others to sort of learn from and push against and progress. And, yeah. Flat water, smooth. So fast February was super cool, and it's been fun making these videos. Hope that people enjoyed them, and yeah, I want to get 35 knots now. It's addictive. They're not joking. I'd say at this point I'm not interested in 40, too terrifying, but yeah, 30 was the goal, and instantly it's, well, 35. 2025, fast February is definitely over. It was really good. All these things just push you and make you get better, really, this GPS stuff. But it's definitely over now, because it's March, and it's nearly the end of March, actually, and they put out a bit of a joke. Jonesy put a bit of a joke out saying, "Mad March, competition continues, keep going." And I was like, "Oh, keep going, cool, March, let's go." And but it was only a joke, but it does keep going. It goes annually, perpetually, forever. Guys go until they can't anymore. They just keep going and going. Guys and girls, GPS Teams Challenge, battle for sheep stations. It never stops. Some amazing speeds were done with wind foil and wing foil. It was really cool to see how they play out. There's a few guys really good on wind foils, and one of them, Burrum alpha male, got into the top 10 overall for 50 k's on the wind foil. So that was pretty cool, because that's some amazing sailors that he's beaten who were on fins. At Audi, there's these lentil chips, bags of lentil chips. They're really good. They're not too expensive. They're really tasty, nice salty chip. And if you eat them, you get plugged up. Well, that's what happened to the missus and I. Severe constipation. Both me and the missus and I. Something plugged up my mind. I'm not sure what it was, but I got artistic block in the mind. And sorry if anyone was... I'm just looking at mushrooms. That's a cool one. Sorry it's taken so long to get the final episode out, in case there's anyone out there waiting for the final episode. Here it is. There was a few sessions in March, actually. And can't say I've been too busy to make the video, but I think it's just a big baby of mine that I didn't want to let out into the world till it's nice and shiny and perfect. But I guess that's the thing with this stuff, it never is, and I feel like I'm far from a expert YouTuber or windsurfer for that matter, and it's pretty scary actually to do it. And I use Fast February to actually push to make vlogs, and I can tell you now, if anyone's out there thinking of doing it, if you let it sit, it'll plug up in your mind and you won't never put it out. You need to put that shit out before you even think about it, really. If you overthink it, it's never going to come out. And as I mentioned in previous videos, I lost a lot of data of learning to windsurf, and a whole crap load of cool stories just disappeared off my hard drive. So I use Fast February to kick me into the decision to just share it, good, bad, ugly. Share it because I think windsurfing is super cool, and difference to a lot of other activities in the world, there's too many people doing many things. Like surfing, I'm into surfing, and I would never ever sort of promote where I am, what I'm doing in those sports, because there's just too many. But windsurfing is, I think people are really cool, and they want more people to do it. It really doesn't matter who won at all. As I said at the start, we all knew who was going to win. Each person knows their level and where they're at. And mate, I saw Tony Dingle at Budgie when he came back through from Lake George. He went out to Budgie and he did an amazing top speed at Budgie 39 knots in a nor'easter. Before he went out, he showed me his hands. He had calluses gone down to blood. Aiden's got holes in his feet. The lake bit some people. Super serious business. No one really said it, but the dangers there, people don't talk about too much when you're windsurfing, but there is massive dangers. And Lake George was massively dangerous this year. I honestly think that you could have drowned in that mud like old Skippy had. It was, yeah, it's not a place for beginners, but me, sort of beginner, if you go and listen to the people and stuff, you will learn and quickly not become a beginner. So if you go to Lake George, be ready to be humbled and learn. And yeah, short history of Lake George, people sailing it. There has been a number of airlifts and stuff out of there, broken ribs and things, and possible neck injuries. Yeah, this year there's a fella ran into limestone rock, which is like razor blades. He thought it was foam and wasn't quite sure where he was. That can easily happen down there. It's pretty hard to get the bearings, and especially when you're going like 80 kilometers an hour or something. It's all pretty quick. Michael got a fin chop onto his shin, and apparently they were pulling bits of the fin out of his shin and weren't sure if they were pulling out G10 or bone. He got a bad infection from that water. The water this year was highly concentrated, sort of down the end of the lake in mud. Marina, who I said one day that I actually beat Marina one day. Well, that day Marina had black eyes, full black eyes, fully messed up face from a mast strike to the head. That's the day I beat it, but hey. But yeah, some of the women, super fast. Australian speed sailing women, a handful of them that are, I think they're pretty much world class, some of the best in the world, some of these ladies. So it's pretty cool sailing with them. A bit of a stuff up here, that's Windhounds, and they've got on there that Windfest is March 24. It's not. So if you go on to Sea Breeze, you'll see the update there. It's back to its usual. It says it's back to its usual April slot, 24th to 30th of April. So that's the next GPS competition coming up in Australia that I know of. It's Windfest. It's at Burrum Heads, the magic mile of sandbank, flat water. If things happen right, that's what happens. Magic mile, Burrum Heads, 24th to 30th of April. 30th is the reserve day. So that is a GPS competition on location. To compete in that one, you've got to be there. You've got to be doing your stuff along the magic mile within the course. But basically it's just go out and sail and have fun. There are prizes awarded, and like this fast February, we got to do a sail to have a chance to win. Same deal up there. Prizes galore. Board Crazy sponsoring it. Bragging rights. There will be sheep stations for the big dogs battling to hold on to their sheep stations. Talking shit all year and a whole lot of bullshit on GPS Teams Challenge and on videos, and it's face to face. You get to see everyone. And Windfest festival, it's a really good time. Sailing is a good part of it, but it's a really good time to just see all these people and put faces to names. Going to Lake George was super cool. It was a really hard decision to decide whether to go down there or not. Nobody could really tell me, and nobody can tell you whether you're going to have a good time or not. Is it a good year or a bad year? But Lake George is a thing more than a place, because this year, 2025, was nothing like what people talk about Lake George is. It wasn't that. It was a small, soupy, muddy pond, really. And I still had a good time there. It was pretty flat water still, but it might never come back. I don't know. But there was comments of the elders of the speed sailing community were saying comments like, "I'm coming back." I really like it referred to as Mecca, because it's like a gathering place. These guys were saying they're coming no matter what condition the lake is, and they're coming, meeting up with each other, saying g'day, and that's their annual thing, and it's super cool. Mecca, the Golden Lake. This is a good time. And I survived. So when you see that they've worn their hands out, or they're sailing around with like black eyes and beaten up faces from masts, or running into limestone reefs and going to full-on hospital with broken bones and saying, "I'll be back next year," it is extreme. It is a very extreme sport. The guys and girls that are doing it are totally extreme. Fucking wild. Again, if you're like myself, a bit of a intermediate, it's really good to learn, see what these guys are doing in person, and you learn so much really quickly being around these people. And as I've said before, they're super happy. They're actually a bit evil, so I wasn't really interested in speed, but I thought it's a bit scary. I don't want to hurt myself, but their speed is addictive, and they're pushers. All these big dog speed sailors love nothing more than to see someone else go just as fast, if not faster than them, I think. It's the competition. There is no competition. The competition is only with yourself. Awesome. Sail on. You.